Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Briar. I'm the Dapper Codger, Greg Hergott, from South Carolina, USA. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm going to be talking about proper pipe smoking today. Now, there are no rules, there are only suggestions. So I'm going to make a few suggestions, what works for me. And I didn't come up with them, they've worked for many others as well. So I've got a tobacco pipe. Today I've got my Savinelli Hercules. It's got a deep bowl with thick walls. Going to be smoking that. And I'm going to be smoking Ashton Consummate Gentleman, which is becoming one of my favorite tobaccos. It's a proper English blend. It actually has very little Latakia in it, but it's a proper traditional English blend. I will read it to you actually. Let me put my glasses on. It says, a proper English mixture composed of only the finest Virginia, Maryland, and Burley tobaccos with a pinch of Latakia. The result is a remarkable blend that is medium-bodied and traditionally English in character. Also, if I turn to the back, warning, this product can expose you to chemicals including tobacco smoke, which is known in the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects. Folks, this is a serious matter. If you're in California now, do not smoke this. This could kill you. Now, I suggest you possibly go to the nearest state, maybe go over to Nevada or Arizona or to the north, Oregon, or perhaps even to the south in Mexico, and then you can smoke this perfectly safe, harmless. But if you're in the state of California, this could kill you. Just know that. So actually, I'm pretty sure that the pipe alone could kill you in the state of California. So, but other than that, you should be totally fine if you smoke it in any of the other 49 states or anywhere else in the world. Perfectly safe. You're not inhaling it. You're just smoking it for taste. Perfectly harmless everywhere else in the world. So just want to kind of get to that. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up my tin of tobacco. I've already had this opened. And what I like to do is go ahead. Smells good. I know you can't smell it, but it smells very good. That's the tin note. And so I like to use the 3-pinch method. Now, a lot of guys technically will take 3 pinches and put it in their pipe. I might use a dozen pinches, but it's still the same method. I'm basically going to go ahead, fluff up a little of the tobacco here. This is a ribbon cut. If you're doing this for the first time, I suggest maybe using a ribbon cut, which is what most of them are. I also smoke a lot of flake and cakes and different things like that. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tobacco and I'm just going to drop it in there. I'm not pushing down, I'm just dropping it in there. A lot of people do this in 1 pinch. I'm going to kind of tap it, let it fall in there. And I'm pretty much filling it up towards the top. There. So, and a little bit more in there. And I haven't, just tapping, letting it fall down. Now, I'm going to take my tamper. You need to get yourself a tamper. And I'm not going to press. I'm just going to let the weight of the tamper kind of push that down. But I'm not pressing at all, just the weight of the tamper. That's my first pinch. So now, I'm going to continue here. And kind of just let gravity drop it in there. Let the gravity do the work. Fill it up to the top again. So now I'm going to take my tamper again the second time. And I'm going to just, I'm still basically letting the weight do most of the work, but I'm giving it just the slightest bit of pressure this time. So again, I'm not really pressing hard at all, just the slightest bit. Okay, my third pinch. I'm going to put this now. So now I'm about 3/4 of the way to the top. I'm going to put my third pinch in here. At this point, I kind of use my thumb, and I'm not pressing really. I'm just kind of getting it all in there. Put a little bit more. I might let this one kind of heap a little bit over top. Take my thumb, just kind of work it in from the sides, turn it around. It should be spongy, it should spring back. Okay, I'm going to take my tamper the third time now, and again, I'm just putting a little bit more pressure this time. I'm not jamming it down in there, just a little bit more pressure. It should be able to spring back, not like concrete. Okay, now that we've tamped it and we've got our bowl filled, you can use, I've got these nice little pipe lighters that the fire comes out the side. Got another one here. These are nice. You can use matches. Preferably it would be best to use something with a yellow flame. You really don't want to use a cigar torch because you could damage your pipe, and you don't want to do that. Now again, these are suggestions. I know one guy that every time he lights it with a cigar light, but most people would seriously frown upon that. You don't want to damage your pipe. So you really want to use a yellow light. There we go. So now I'm not going to sit here and scorch this. I'm going to do what's called the charring light or the false light. And so first I like to just kind of breathe in. There's no restriction there. You know, it's kind of like a straw in some liquid. I can feel the suction going on there. I'm going to take my lighter, and I'm not going to put the flame right there. I'm going to draw the flame down. I'm going to inhale the flame down to the tobacco, and I might move it around a little bit. See how I'm pulling it down? All right, now I'm just going to let that go out. It's going to go out, believe me. And now I've got a little bit of bed of ashes on there. I'm going to take my tamper again. This is very important. And you're kind of stoking the fire. You're just pressing down here, making sure it's a nice, even bed. I'm not putting a lot of pressure, again, letting the weight of the tamper do its job. And I've got that now tamped down. So now I'm going to do what we call our true light. So again, I'm going to draw it down in there. Okay, got it going. Now that I've got it going, I'm going to begin to slow my cadence. I'm just going to breathe in and out. I've got it clenched in my mouth and no air gap. Occasionally I let out a little smoke. I've got the smoke in my mouth. I'm enjoying the flavor. You can clench. This is a pretty big pipe, but you can clench the pipe if you like. Every once in a while you can Retrohale is where you kind of exhale through your nose. You're still not taking it down into your lungs. You're just breathing. You're not trying to create as much smoke as you can. Some guys may say, I don't understand, I smoke a pipe. I hear of guys smoking it and lasting in 45 minutes, an hour and a half. I'm done in 5 minutes. Well, you're smoking it too fast. So you want to just slow your cadence, breathe. Think about some deep things. Every once in a while, I really don't need to yet, but after a while I might just, it'll build up some ashes and I would just tamp it down. You're basically kind of stoking the fire. Usually if it's a good, not too moist of a tobacco, a good ribbon cut, I can smoke on this for, I mean, this is a big pipe. I can smoke on this for an hour and a half. I'm not going to sit here an hour and a half with you, but we can do that in person sometime. But after a while of smoking a pipe like this, you will build a carbon cake on the inside of here that helps the pipe smoke a little cooler. It's good to have a little bit of a, maybe 1/8 of an inch eventually, carbon cake on the inside of that briar pipe. Not all pipes, but briar pipes. And when I'm done, what I do, I'm gonna set this pipe down for a second and just to kind of show you, let's just say I was smoking, this is my Peterson Iran rusticated pipe. If I was just finishing this up, what I would do is I go ahead and remove the stem. You're not breaking it. I don't smoke my pipes with filters. If you had a filter in here, you would remove the filter at that time. And I go ahead and I take a pipe cleaner once I'm done. Put the pipe cleaner down through there, see it come out the other end. I usually kind of twist it a little bit and then pull it through. And then I do the same thing here. Take my pipe cleaner down in there like this, turn it a little bit. And then what I like to do is I fold over my pipe cleaner. I take it down in there like that. Again, I don't want to scrape off that carbon cake, but I just gently twist a little bit like that. I will also, one thing I kind of didn't show you is when I'm very first done, I try to smoke it all the way to the bottom where I smoke up all the tobacco. And then I go ahead and I have a little tamper here. We'll tamp out the excess tobacco, the dottle. And then after I've cleaned it like I just showed you, what I like to do is, not everybody does this, but I take it upside down. I just blow through it, make sure it's clear. And then I put it up. Let's see if my other pipe. See, I set it down for a minute or so and it's still lit. The great thing about pipe smoking, like with a cigar, if you light that up and you smoke on it a little bit and you put it down, you know, your wife calls you, you got to go do something, you come back to it and you relight it, it never tastes quite the same. But the great thing about a pipe tobacco is, you know, I could smoke this for 5 minutes or an hour or whatever, let it go out, go do my thing. I could come back in 5 minutes or 5 hours, relight it, and it's going to taste just the same as it did when I first lit it up. It's a good blend. I really like that. So anyway, thanks for joining me today on the Brotherhood of the Briar. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. Until next time.